right, check it out, check it out. So we're here in San Francisco. I'm with my main man, DJ Marlino, heavy rotation, San Diego. Man, the list keeps going, man. On and on and on. You all right?
Good,
You good?
Good. I've been DJing since I was 12.
How long you been DJing for?
About 20 years.
20 years?
Believe it or not, yeah.
Wow, you're OG in the game. How'd you get into it?
My cousins back in the day, it was during the early 80s when the mobile DJ boom in San Francisco was really big. All my cousins were DJs, so I used to go to the house parties and they had turntables, and I used to always wonder, like, you know, what was that? What were they doing? And then so my dad used to have like those, it was like an old school radio receiver that had the turntable on top.
Wow.
So what I used to do is I went to like Tower Records back in the day, bought one record, and I would have my radio next to the tuner, and I would try to mix that one record with everything that came onto the radio.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how I kind of got started.
You used to do radio too?
Used to do radio out here. Station was Wild 107 at the time, converted to Wild 94.9.
Right.
I'm sure you're familiar with that station.
Yeah. So how's it like doing radio and heading straight to the nightclubs? Is there like a different scene?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like two different audiences. I mean, like when you're on radio, you kind of have, you're basically playing to, depending on what city you're in, it could be like millions of people. So, in radio, you have different audiences. You have the people that are in their cars. You have people that are at home. You have people who are at work, or just people who just have the radio on. So, it depends on what you're doing. If you're actually an on-air or if you're a mixer, you have so many different people you have to cater to.
Right.
And you don't see them.
Right.
When you're at the club, you have like the hundreds and thousands of people in front of you, and you can control the type of music you play just by the reaction of the crowd. So I would say those are two of the biggest differences.
Right. So you're doing the radio, you're doing clubs. I mean, I heard that you got even opened up for some major acts, like let's see, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube coming through, got to make the whole way.
We done like Eminem, Dr. Dre, when the
Eminem, wow.
Yeah, when those big concerts would come into the city, working in radio, we had the privileges to to open up for a lot of the bigger acts that came through. So at the time, I was privileged to do all that.
Yeah, that's big. With DJ starting now, they have Serato. Technology advances, Serato, MP3s. How do you feel about that?
It has its good things and it has its bad things. I think the good thing about it though is that, for us as DJs, I mean, I used to go to clubs or just even parties with like 4 huge crates of records. And you're talking about like over 400 records to a club.
Right.
Now I bring one little laptop and I have like, 10,000 songs, on my laptop that I could play. And then it's not only limited to just one specific genre. I can have like so many different, styles of music on there. The bad part, I think, is not anyone can be a DJ now.
Right.
I mean, you have, like I could teach, my grandma to DJ if she wanted to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the good thing about that, though, I think it creates competition for everybody because it makes everyone step their game up to a different level.
So for all the newbie DJs, they're just jumping on Serato, a lot of new DJs, they want to get on the radio.
Okay.
Like, for some reason, that's their whole goal. Like, I want to hear myself on the radio. What advice do you have to them to get on air?
I remember the first time I decided I wanted to do it, I sent in a cover letter and a resume and everything. And then as soon as I sent it in, I called the station every day for 3 weeks straight. It was the same person that answered the phone every single time. And then so finally after the 3rd week, she was like, oh, Marlino, yeah, I just got your resume right now, come in for an interview.
Yeah.
So once I got my foot in the door, then that's when I took off.
Yeah.
Basically what I was taught to do was to be like a sponge and be there and absorb everything that I could being there.
That's a good answer, man. You're a pro at this stuff, man.
I'll send you my check.
Yo, check it out, man. While I hang out with DJ Marlino, straight from San Diego, heavy rotation. We'll take a quick break. Don't go nowhere. You know why? It's Built From Skratch on MYX. It is. Welcome back to Built From Skratch. I'm your host, DJ Romeo, and I'm with the 5 foot of funk,
yes,
DJ
sir.
Marlino. What's good, man?
What's good, your man DJ Marlino, the 5 foot of funk, back in the building. Once again, another edition of Heavy Rotation, the rise of Filipino hip hop and R&B.
I heard you got A podcast show.
Yep.
A hot podcast show.
It's dope.
What's it called?
It's called Heavy Rotation.
Right.
Website is heavyrotationshow.com.
Wait, say that slow.
Heavyrotationshow.com.
Okay.
And basically what it is, it's a bi-monthly 1-hour podcast show that features Filipino hip-hop and R&B music.
Nice.
So the best way to visualize it would be to listen to your local hip-hop radio station and just imagine it with all Filipino artists.
What up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Marlino, the File for the Funk, and we're coming to you live. This is Heavy Rotation.
Is there enough Filipino artists to have a whole show 24 hours a day?
Believe it or not, there is. There's like a good handful. I mean, like, for a lot of the artists that we have, I believe we have over 19 artists that are on the show right now. And the thing that makes it unique too is that it's not just limited to like San Diego or San Francisco, it's worldwide. I have artists from the UK that we play on the show. We have artists from Australia that we play on the show, even from the Philippines that we have on the show. So the music is coming from, you know, a broad range of, you know, areas versus just, you know, the US or whatnot.
So it's all Filipino artists. So name some artists that you have on the show right now.
Bamboo, Kiwi, of course. Then there's Jay Ricks, my man out of LA. Well, actually, New York right now. His name is Kaz. He's coming up a lot too. Then there's ML, Deep Foundation, of course. And then in the UK, there's like Tino Attila, London Baby, Rossini May. In Australia, is this girl named Zarina. One artist that's really good right now on the show, Verse.
Right.
Verse is hot right now, and then Tracy Cruz. So if you ever get a chance to listen to Tracy Cruz, she's blazing, yeah. For right now, I think just to have this as a premise to start things off, to create that movement, to move Filipino music forward, I think that's where it really needs to start off with. Yeah, and then we can kind of build it from there.
And it airs internationally, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, you're not limited. It's on the internet, so anyone can go to their website, download it to their iPods. We have it on iTunes. You can listen directly, you know, through streaming and stuff like that. So, I mean, everything is on the website.
Can get hold. You know what? Tell people how they can check out the podcast.
Just go to the website. It's www.heavyrotationshow.com. MySpace is /Heavy Rotation Show. Yeah. And then Facebook.
I see it on
Heavy Rotation Show.
You got anything else coming up?
Just doing a whole bunch. Well, actually I do. I got a bunch of concerts that we're working on right now. And not to get people's hopes up high, but we're working on possibly doing the first ever Filipino Music Awards.
Really?
Out here. So that's something big that I'm trying to do with the podcast show.
Where can I get a hold of you guys?
Website is djmarlino.com.
DJmarlino.com?
Yep.
That's simple. Dude, you are doing everything, man. Radio, clubs, podcasts, man. Hey, check out, while I hang out with DJ Marlino, Heavy Rotation San Diego, why don't you check out this group from Canada. Yes, the Great White North. That's what it's called, man. Sweatshop Union in the building, check it out.